Hi guys, my name is Saif, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the toss on the serve. I know that a lot of people have trouble with the toss, especially in terms of tossing the ball inside the court or out in front of them. That's one of the biggest concerns that I've seen people have on the serve, especially in terms of the toss. So what I really like for people to do when they toss the ball is to get the body weight to shift forward as you release the ball toss. So basically you start the way you normally would, but as you get into the tossing situation where you should shift your weight forward and release the ball up about at the level of your eye with your body weight going forward. So notice how my weight's on my front foot. And this is what most people tend to do when they toss the ball. Their weight is backwards, so which pushes the ball toss back. So you want to make sure, again, like I said, shift your weight forward onto your front foot and release the ball when it gets to about the level of your eye or even above. So I'm going to do that for you guys once. So start back and release. See how I shift forward? And now release the toss. So notice how it's making the ball toss go out in front of me. So that is a very important aspect of the toss. Now, the way to practice the toss would be to go back and toss the ball. Let's say if you were standing behind, let's imagine this is the baseline. If you were standing behind the baseline, just place your racket in front of you, inside the court, inside the line, and try to toss the ball inside the racket strings. Also, make sure you're aligned a little bit to the left of the racket, right? So the racket should be a little bit out in front of you to your right, especially if you're a right-hander. If you were a left-hander, then it would be the other way around. So I'm going to demonstrate the toss here. So if your weight forward, now that was a little bit behind the racket. Ideally, you want to get it inside the racket strings. Even if it hits the racket frame, that's still okay. But if you get it inside the middle of the racket strings, then that's a really good toss. So let's try that again. Okay, that's not quite in there yet. A little bit better. Okay. Well, that was a good toss. So that's where you want it ideally. So, once you do that a few times, you might not get it inside the strings right away, but keep trying. Eventually, you want to try to be able to get consistent enough where you get 2 or 3 or 4 tosses inside the strings. That's pretty much the end of the toss, and then we'll talk about more the other aspects of the serve in a different video. Thank you.